And we actually have a clan war with one of the players' teams, Flux, next Saturday, I think.
Do we?
Yes, I saw it on the group
Hmm.
thing on Zeke.
There's also a clan war with my team at some point. I don't know when. I feel like Legs can do pretty good there.
Yeah.
But let's introduce these players here. In the bottom right, the pink Protoss, we got fluxRanch. Yeah. Flux being his team, so he is actually Ranch. Saying, too bad 5-year-old didn't make it. I agree. That'd have been awesome.
Yeah. And over on the top left, we have the blue Terran. Saw him last game. He is Monkey
Yeah, dude.
from Team Animal Kingdom.
Yeah? I thought he was from the Straw Hats.
No, he's not. He's teamless at the moment, but that was last Saturday when it was Monkey versus Maverick. I asked Monkey like, "Oh, do you have a team?" And the Maverick's like, "Oh, he's on Team Animal Kingdom."
Yeah. Alright, that works too. Nobody got my joke. It's okay. Maybe someone will. They'll watch that VOD and they'll be like, I get it. But so far we've seen no proxies or anything like that from either player here. Ohana is a map that sometimes you'll see proxies on, but it's mostly in like PvP. I suppose Terrans can like proxy T-Rex, but that's kind of dead now. Not very common in this matchup.
Yeah, it really isn't, because this isn't HOTS yet, where people can make Reapers without a tech lab.
No, but I love doing that. Every PvP that I know where my opponent spawns, I proxy Reaper them. I've won game because I'm only in like silver right now in HOTS because I'm trying out new stuff.
Yeah.
Every game I've done that, I've just like microed 3 Reapers and killed. They're like, well, screw this game.
Dude, what I do is that I have this like sick build where I end up making like 9 Void Rays, and then I push at 9 Void Rays and I win.
That sounds awful.
And then, no, I have like 9 Void Rays, I have 2 Oracles, I have a Mothership Core, and then I have like 15 Stalkers, 30 Charge Lots, and I push.
Huh.
And I'm on like 3 bases at this point, and I win somehow. I'm just like...
That's different. We do need to talk about the game here. Command Center actually went down CC first for Monkey. It's about 2/3 of the way down. That's how long Dog's story took. We also have 2 barracks on the way here from Monkey as a follow-up, so he pretty much doing the same thing he did last game. It's a little more surprising on Ohana, as Ohana can be translated to Protoss 2-base all-in, but that's mostly in Protoss Berserk, so I don't think Monkey is too worried about it.
Yeah, especially since Monkey's... his push was pretty early compared to what Ranch usually does, which isn't 2-base all-ins.
Yeah. For sure, man. 2 gateways, sorry, on the way here for fluxRanch after his no expansion. So, I wonder what his follow-up here is. Is this just like 3-gate pressure into an expansion? I have to think so. He's not got 2 gas. So it's probably not going to be a blink all-in. Just doesn't have enough gas for the Stalkers plus blink plus observers off this robotics facility. Yep. So I think it's just going to be Zealot Stalker pressure into an expansion. I hope so.
And the forward pylon did go down, so it might actually just be a 3-gate. Whoa, did that probe just... that probe just juked 2 Marines.
No, he didn't even need to. He was just like, I'm in.
He just walked through.
He just walked up to the Marines, he's like, I'm not here. And they're like, oh, you're not there. Straight out Jedi mind tricks from a probe.
Dude, it's like, I thought the AI would have catched him and be like, oh, the probe died. Was like, it just like walks right by him.
Oh man, he's a probe. Ninja probe. Ninja probe. So actually just see fluxRanch is going to be warping in units as soon as this warp gate is done. He's got a Stalker pressuring an SCV, almost kills it actually. One more hit and that would be dead.
Yeah. And right now, Ranch warp gate is done, is going to be throwing down an expansion. And now we have 2 sentries and a Zealot going to be getting warped in.
I see. He's just going to sit here in force field until his opponent has either medevacs or siege tanks. I like this. I used to do this a lot, and it would like, it wins every time for someone who goes 1-1-1. Oh my goodness, actually. And they just die, man. This is huge. Now Monkey's not going to have units for quite some time. Range is good position now.
Yeah, Ranch, he also has the forward pylon up in the natural as well, and now with two more Stalkers and a Zealot getting warped in again, this supply depot gonna go down, and now Ranch is basically free access into the main base.
Yeah, he's actually killed one of the depots. The Monkey is not quite supply blocked yet, but if one more depot goes down, he will be. He's only 6 supply ahead of his max. And actually, there it is, man. Like 41 to 38. Not a good position you want to be in. And 2 depots are on the way, but they're about halfway down.
Yep, and now the bunkers are getting thrown down by Monkey on the high ground here. Stim is trying to get finished off for Monkey, but Ranch, even if he can't just finish off Monkey, he's still done a lot of damage.
Yeah, no, he hasn't really lost many units. Here we go up. The gateway units are fighting these battle units there. Super okay, Force Fields. Trust some units there for the Zealots to kill. Now it's just Stalkers and Sentries versus this. I think he should definitely back off, but you know what?
3 more Zealots coming in here.
Man, we'll just lose these units and still win anyway, because I got more rallying.
Yeah, and now the second bunker is finishing up here. 1 Marauder, 2 Marines will get loaded into it. The second bunker will it get salvaged? No, it will not. It will end up dying to the probe.
Yeah.
And another pylon going down in the main base of Monkey here. So Monkey, he's in a really, really awkward position right now.
Yeah, and this isn't even like all in or anything here from Ranch. It's just like,
Yeah.
and expand, and maybe I'll do a bunch of damage. A bunch of damage. He has done 37 to 58.
Yeah, and 9 workers killed so far. Probably going to be a few more in this fight right now. SCVs are pulled. The sensors will go down, and Ranch going to pull away.
Yep. I was worried there for a second if the SCVs got a good surround off on those units, and then all of them died really inefficiently. Ranch could have been in a bad position just because his opponent's going to have more units, but he saves most of them. So now he's got a good amount of Stalkers. Well, not a good amount, but he's got 4 Stalkers, a Sentry, and a Zealot. Plus whatever he can warp in to stop any kind of counterattack. This has got a good probe lead of 37 probes to 20 SCVs.
Yeah, and now it looks like Ranch is just going to be sitting over here in the natural. The command center... Oh, no, Ranch going to pull away as command center decides to lift.
Sorry about that. I guess the dog wanted to bark, but no worries. Ranch should come in his natural. I just realized that I am not following Kern's vision again. Yeah, and like he's pointing out, there's no pylon up there. I wonder if there's going to be any Zealot warp in soon.
Yeah, if the pylon doesn't get thrown, if the pylon doesn't get killed off, like if you're a Protoss player, you have a pylon in one of their bases, you warp in Zealots eventually. If it stays alive, like that's just the rule.
That is the rule. If you don't do that, you are no longer a Protoss player. And we actually see 6 gateways now done for Ranch here. I wonder if he wants to do a lot of pressure. Also throwing down. Okay, no. For our export base down, he's going to be taking in a claw side, but he's still got these 6 gateways, so a lot of production. That pylon is still alive.
What? Does Monkey see this? No, he does not. It is right out of his vision.
Yeah, that's a nice little place for a pylon there, man.
That is really unlucky for Monkey right now.
Yeah.
Ranch, what's he gonna do? It come on.
Well, seems like he's still warping at home. I think he wants to pressure the front of his opponent and then warp in like 6 Zealots.
Oh, and
before he attacks.
The Zealot did get warped in just now, but it did die immediately. And
yeah.
Gets taken out.
I think if Ranch had just tried to wait and be like, okay, if this finishes, or if this is alive long enough for me to actually get this Colossus army with like 2 Colossi in range and then go attack, I can warp in those Zealots and either flank or kill a bunch of SCVs during the fight, or if you move out, I do that. But he kind of wasted it there. He warps into Zealot just for a little bit of scouting. Yeah, I mean, scouting's always really nice, but I think that pylon is more worth it.
Yeah, and now it looks like Ranch is he wanting to take his 3rd base right here as the pylon. His probe is going over there. Minerals are getting banked up, and yeah, no, never mind.
No?
Colossus starts.
Okay.
I just saw like it go from 400 to 0, so I was like, oh, Nexus got thrown down. And like,
Yeah.
at the production tab, I was like, Colossus?
Colossus? What are you doing? So no expansion there yet, and that's probably a good thing as Monkey is pressuring these units. He's out in front of Ranch's natural. I don't think he should be trying to fight here. Maybe like do a drop. He needs to get back into the game, but this is not a good way to do it. If he gets this army force fielded and like the Colossus plus Zealot and Immortal composition absolutely murders everything, that's like GG.
Yeah. Yeah, and now Monkey just gonna pull back, realizing he can't really attack into the Protoss army right now.
No.
Thermal Lance, a about finished up. Forge now going to get thrown down. +1 on the way for Monkey here, so he might have a little bit of an upgrade advantage if he can keep it.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, Ranch is going double Forge here, and Monkey's just sitting on eBay. So, yeah, he'll have a 1 for a little while, but as soon as the double upgrades kick in from Ranch, he's going to get a huge upgrade lead. As soon as he hits 2-2, his opponent will be sitting there at 1-1-ish.
And now Ranch just going to be heading out onto the map here. You have to remember that he does still have that forward pylon at Monkey's third. So Monkey going to get caught in the middle of the map with probably reinforcements coming from his rear end and from the front.
Yeah, it's never a good time.
Yeah.
I never want stuff coming from my rear end and my front. That is just not good, man.
Yeah.
See Monkey here. Yeah, you see Monkey here pulling back with his bio units as Ranch is getting a little aggressive. I hear, like, what is attack? Oh, okay, this is Zealot attacking the rocks. It's like, is there a DT that I missed? But no, here we go. Now fluxRanch is coming to the natural here. There are a bunch of bunkers, so Monkey has a solid chance of holding this, as well as a bunch of Vikings here. He's got 4 taking out those Colossi. 1 is already dead.
But it looks like the Colossus there, Reach is doing so well at getting rid of the 2 bunkers, but alas, Ranch does not have the buffer to be able to deal with this.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. He just threw away his advantage.
The +1 from Monkey finished up, and with lots of Vikings and 3 bunkers, was able to beat Ranch's army.
Somehow, I mean, Ranch is taking a third and attacking at the same time. This is not. I hate to say it, but this is just not good StarCraft. You don't do this. If you expand, like, you can expand in pressure, but when you go for a big attack like that that's really invested into 3 bunkers, it's not gonna work out the way you want it to. If he'd walked up and like, oh, you've made 3 bunkers, sweet, I'm just gonna go home, that would have been great. But attacking into that and staying for so long was a mistake.
Yeah, and right now, Ranch gonna be getting both a Templar Archives and Dark Shrine. Monkey gonna be pushing on into the 3rd base, while Ranch is trying to get the rocks down between the bases, but it's probably not gonna be fast enough.
Yeah, I think ditching the 3rd is probably a good choice. He didn't look like he was going to be able to get there in time, and he'd been walking into his opponent's arc, so definitely a good choice there from Ranch. He can just get his Dark Shrine up, try to get something done with that. He's also got +1/+1 now, so he's got an upgrade advantage, and +2/+2 can start whenever.
Yep. And right now, there's actually a Zealot poking at the rocks of Monkey.
Yeah, it's been there forever. Actually, Monkey's trying to kill those rocks as well, so he's helping a little bit, except for, you know, the units that came around the back and murdered the Zealot in the face.
Yeah.
That hurts, by the way.
I feel bad for that Zealot.
Yeah, I'm trying to find, like, what is he going to work from these DTs? He's not got any made yet, as far as I know. No DTs are made yet, and he's not really got a Warp Prism or anything like that either. He's going to have to warp them in at home.
Yeah, maybe what Ranch might try doing is warping in the DTs and the High Templars that is with his main army, and then using the DTs purely for Archons, so that he'll have all his High Templar for Storms, and then when the Storms run out, he gets even more Archons.
Yeah, though, I definitely feel like you should try to pressure at least a little bit with DTs. And if you go for them, it's like, you need that War Prism, so I'd love to see him make one, but if not, at least go to the 3rd right now. There are no turrets, and you can generally assume there's not going to be turrets this early, right when Radius' the Terran takes it. So at least try. Even if you lose a DT for free, it's like, wow, it's 1 DT.
Yeah, it's not a lot of mineral and gas investment for a single or even like 2 DTs. It's usually worth it as well, because even if you don't kill anything, you still at least know, okay, there's that there.
Yeah, and it scares the bejesus out of the Terran. They're like, oh my god, where else are the DTs? Are they in my main? Are they in my natural? I'm good.
And then they're only feeling safe because they have a bajillion missile turrets all over.
They've got like a turret and a bunker full of Marines at each base. They're like, ha! Attack me with DTs now. He's like, no, I'll just make Archons. Hey, it looks like we're going to see an engagement here. 1 storm kind of missed there. 2nd storm really nice there by fluxRanch. These Vikings are taking the Colossi, but there are 3 of them. They're doing a lot of damage. These bio units are just falling over because of the upgrade advantage. Well, actually, no, there's no upgrade advantage. Never mind, it's 1-1.
Yeah, and all 1 Viking shall remain, but it will die to the tickle beams of the Sentry.
Yeah, dude, those tickle beams are very strong. Gotta watch out for them. It looks like there's no energy for Storm yet. 1 Temple has 72 energy, so it'll have it in a moment. We're gonna have to see. I mean, is he gonna keep attacking with this? I don't think he should.
Oh no, Ranch is going in, but there's not a lot of Zealot buffers. The Storm was decent, but
Yeah.
it could have been better, and now Ranch is trying to push into this army. Will he be able to do it? You have to remember that there is still the one Colossus to make up for the loss of AoE, but with just Stalkers, it won't be enough.
Actually, he decides to let the Templar die to save everything else. Walks it into his opponent's army. Oh, look at this! This Colossus is gonna die to these Stim Marauders. Zealots are coming in and trying to fight these, but Stim Marauders are with Medivacs are pretty good for Zealots if you kite them well enough. 2-2 is actually gonna finish really soon here for Ranch. I really wish he'd just waited and like chrono boosted 2-2, maybe attack with that. You know, his opponent's actually at 2-1 right now, so he's got a little bit of an upgrade advantage, but 2-2 would have finished before 2-2 for his opponent.
Yeah, and Monkey, he's always getting lucky. Whenever Ranch pushes into him, his attack upgrade finishes.
Yeah, it's just like either really nice timing by him, he's got some kind of crazy voodoo going on, or he's just a lucky duck, man.
Yeah, he is really lucky today. We do have +3 going to be starting up for Monkeys, so... And 2-2 finished up for Ranch. There are 3-3 starting up now, so... Trying to stay on par, but for some reason Monkey always just 10 seconds ahead.
Yeah, you know what? Ranch didn't start his upgrades early enough, and he hasn't been chrono boosting as much as he should. I feel like when you're playing Protoss, a majority of your chrono boosts at this point go into your upgrades. They're so important. Like, I play games where I'm like, oh, I think I'm dead here, but I just keep chronoing upgrades, and then randomly my army is just way better than his, and I'm like, I don't understand what happened. I look back, I'm 2 upgrades ahead, and I absolutely crushed their face. Just chrono boost those upgrades are so good.
Yeah. And now we actually have Ranch going to be getting gravitic boosters.
Yeah.
That's not something you normally see, as this isn't Brood War and observers are ridiculously slow. This is...
Is that observers thing?
Yeah.
I thought that was War Prism. Oh, it's
No, that's Warp Drive.
Gravitic Drive.
Gravitic Drive, yeah.
Whoa, crazy, man. I should
Boost.
get this upgrade all the time.
It's like... I actually don't think I've seen an observer with gravitic boosters in SE2. Oh my god, I just saw the observer pass by, and it's just like a freaking bullet. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Why don't people get this?
I get it all the time. I love it. I get like 8 observers, and I'll get that in a PvT. And my observers, don't die, and they see... Yeah, I just saw that too. I'm watching your vision, man. 2 kills so far. Now it's almost went to 3. Now it's at 3. And he's now pulling his army back. There's no detection here, though. He does have a scan, however.
Yeah, he has multiple scan, as he does have 4 orbital command centers. The scan will go down, but quite a bit of damage dealt by Ranch. There's so far 24 workers killed in total by him.
Yeah, I wanted to see how many kills that DT had. Right as I clicked on it, it died. Why would you do this to me, Monkey? Why couldn't you just let it live for 1 more kill to let me see? I'm disappointed, man.
It's like trying to screw you over, bro.
Yeah, dude, Monkey. He's got a vendetta against me, and I don't know why. fluxRanch here. I really like his composition. This is like just straight up Protoss, I overpower your face composition. And this is actually when upgrades are really important. Like, if you go like Zealot Templar, armor upgrades are really important, but most of your damage is coming from Templar. Like the Storms. It's your Colossi and your Storms as well, and then Archons. Zealots don't really do that much damage still, just because they're kited a lot of the time, but those Colossi benefit so much from upgrades. It just makes them do so much better. You kill everything, man.
Yeah, and fluxRanch going to be starting up those Protoss shields upgrades. You don't normally see them, but it's probably a good choice, as the Ghosts are now on the way, and Archons without shields are very, very unhappy, as they only have 10 health to their name.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like Protosses who don't get this upgrade are just missing out a little bit. Yeah, it's more expensive than the other ones, but your Zealots, which are your main tanking force, don't always get fully EMP'd. And, I mean, sometimes they have it left, so letting them sit there and be like, I have extra shields. I think does it give them extra shields, or they just have 1 armor?
No, they get an extra armor. That's still better than any. That's still better than nothing, though.
Oh, it's like really good. If your Zealots are sitting there fighting Marines, it's just an extra 1 damage for each time that you have shields up. That's awesome. Or less damage, sorry.
Yeah. And now 2 more DTs from Ranch can be heading out onto the map. Both of them going to be splitting their ways. One of them going to be passing right by the army, but scan not going to be going down. We have War Prism on the way as well.
Yeah, it seems like Monkey has not seen these yet. Is there a turret of the space? Yes, there is one.
There was 3 of them.
DT walked in, he's like, I want to die right now.
So, like, Planetary Fortress. We also have a Ghost right by these turrets. That DT going to be juking that turret out in the main base right now.
Actually, some SCVs were also suicided. I think both of us were not looking at Curran's vision, but he was looking at just switch back to it, and I'm like, there's a bunch of dead stuff on the ground.
Oh,
It is.
DT in the main base tried taking out the Ghost Academy, wasn't successful as the scan did go down, and then the Ghost said, "No, you're not killing my school." I love that place.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I've been to 2 different universities now. I don't really have that much of an emotional attachment to them. Apparently, dude. These Vikings are now going back.
AoE everywhere.
You stand surrounding the bot, and then storms go down in the middle. That was insane.
Oh,
And like, well, one Colossus is alive. fluxRanch is just crushed. Like he's like, all right, I'm done.
The
Wow,
Vikings killed the
Yeah.
Vikings. Storm going down on both the bio and the Vikings. Zealots killed everything. Colossus killed everything that was on the ground. That was awesome.
That was absurd, man. And the storms, like all the Bioneers walked up to the edge of a cliff, and they're like, "Come at me, bro." The Zealots are like, "All right, dude, let's just surround you real quick here." And I think, all those bio units can't move.
Yeah.
3 T, click, T, click, and then he just started laughing.
So yeah, that was how you end that kind of match. Like that is the battle to end matches with.
Yeah, dude, for sure. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do, and Yogi's gonna be so proud. I'm gonna get you to plug the stuff for IvD because I don't know it all yet.
All right, so please check out IvD Gaming on Twitter, on Facebook, which is both IvD Gaming, and also check us out on YouTube, which is IvD TV. You can find all of TVODs because we run on multiple streams.
Yep.
That is how boss we are.
Except for today, because there's only 8 players and 2 of them didn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna have 2 streams for that.
Because
Hey,
then
I just realized
what?
that if I ever want to check the information, I just have to go to the stream because it's all on the overlay,
Yeah,
and I'm sure everyone else knows that.
because it's been in your probably handsome or if you're a girl, pretty faces all cast long.
Girl,
Because
crap.
bro, you gotta reach out, bro.
Gotta reach out, bro. You know what? Actually, there was a surprising amount of women at the last barcraft I went to.
Dude, when I went to NSL, it was like actually proper. Like there was half guys, half girls. I was just like, holy shit.
Why were there women? It was so many. Like, all right? Well, were the guys able to function? That's what
I don't know, bro.
Well, I'm not sure either, but let's get into this game here. I'm going to introduce the first player. We got the pink Terran monkey in the bottom left of Daybreak.
Yeah.
6 zoom in, bro.
Yeah. And over on the top right corner, the blue Protoss, whose decal looks like water. Actually, just realized that it is.
No! Okay, so my roommate just left and the dog just said that was the perfect time to flip his shit! Chill out, bro. Chill out. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Looks like I don't know, I'm like a Star Trek thing, like the little thing they hit to speak, the communicator, but it's bent.
Yeah,
You know?
it's different, bro.
Maybe it's being warped through time and space. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe. It's
Maybe.
like that is the button that you have to hit on the warp gates to go through, and it's just a friendly reminder on the Nexus.
Where you came from?
Yeah.
Like this little piece of home. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me, but okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me either, and I'm the one saying it.
Yeah. Well, we see a gateway going down here from fluxRanch. That's I gotta say, man, that's a pretty sweet name. I don't know, maybe, was his name Ranch before he joined Flux? Or was it, like,
I think
something
it was
different?
Ranch. I think it was just Ranch.
I have a feeling it was, like, James or something. Or like Flux James? That's stupid. I'm gonna make it something awesome, like Flux Ranch. Because who doesn't ranch Flux?
That name, bro. So legit. So creative.
Exactly. Agree. I imagine if there was a Flux Ranch, what would it be like? A bunch of people just sitting there soldering random stuff and then chopping it. Anyway, we're done with this. Eric's going down and walling up with the depot here. I think Mr. Flux Ranch has a good idea of what's going on. Generally, when I see this, I'm like, oh, okay, you're just gonna wall and expand because that's what every Terran and their dog does when they do this.
Yeah. So now, getting back into the game. Yes, we actually have to talk about the game, Muatarin.
I was talking about the game.
Yeah, I know. I know, but for me, for the
Yeah.
past 4 minutes,
Yeah.
I haven't, so
Whoa.
I need to get into this too.
But what just happened in the main here? 'Cause it's exciting. A fluxRanch.
Okay, we do have the second gas going down. Zealot on the way.
Wonder what he's gonna do.
The probe is still at the Farzalnaga tower.
Yep.
Do you think we'll see some warp gate pressure?
No, not with the second. I mean, he could,
Yeah.
but it's kind of older. I think it's gonna be like, I don't know. Generally, when you see two gas, now it's like a blink all in, but that's not very good on this map. We did see it last night on GSL Code A though. Killer beat who was that? Some guy.
Some guy.
Happy.
He's not
He
even
beat-
worthy of being a
He
member.
beat Happy on this map with a blink all in. So I was like, wow, that's actually kind of impressive to
That
beat like a solid Terran on Daybreak with a blink all in.
Daybreak has one entry point where you're not going through the natural for Blink. That's what, like, what?
Yeah,
I have
he
to
did.
watch this.
Go watch the VOD. It's crazy. I was like, this isn't gonna work. You crazy killer. And then he's like, no, I'm actually not crazy. My mind is tested. So, 2 racks is on the way for Monkey. He's gonna be going through those 3 racks. So he's got 2 gas on the way, or not on the way. He's got them done. Got that mining on the way. There we go. And that SCV was just murdered.
Yeah, the stalkers were just like, no, you're not getting into our main base. You're not going to see this Twilight Council that is researching Blink. And maybe Ranch has saw the exact same game that I missed yesterday. That you found out earlier.
Actually, I think he thinks his opponent is 4-gating. Because he's like, Stark's no Zealot with no expansion. Sounds like a 4-gate to me. So sending down 2 bunkers in his main, this is actually going to work out really well. Apparently this build does not lend well towards your opponent's scouting.
No, it does not. Because
Oh.
if your opponent scouts, they know what you're doing, and if they know what you're doing, they know what to not do so that they win. Maybe.
Wow, a 3rd bunker going down. This blink, all in, because that's what it is at this point, is not going to work. I don't know, man. You just can't do this. He's gonna have to take an expansion and be like, okay, well, maybe if I just pressure you for long enough, you won't take an expansion of your own. The weird thing that's happening right now is there's no robotics, so it's actually just gonna be pure blink stalkers and not blink offs like usually is in this kind of map or with this kind of all in a PvT. Kind of weird.
Yeah, and now Ranch can be coming in here. He has his multiple stalkers and his one lonely zealot that cannot blink.
Yeah, 13 Marines and 3 bunkers. I don't know if this is gonna work, man. Gotta blink back. He's gonna have to have some godly blink micro. It might take out this first bunker here. Yep,
And
looks
it
like
will
it's
go down.
But there's still 2 left. Some really nice micro. It's not on the level of 5-year-old because last time I casted his blink micro, I got a little bit turned on. It was incredible.
Your pants
I'm
drop.
not lying. Yeah, dude. It was like, wow. Okay, so can I like know your soul now? And he was like, all right, sure.
Alright, Ranch trying to poke in even further. The 3rd bunker just trying to get remade, and Ranch, he's just gonna pull back at this point. He can't really attack into any of this.
Yeah, and actually, instead of the Nexus right away, it's going to be a robotics facility. I don't know, man. He wants to really commit to this. A turret's going down now for Mr. Monkey. No, yes, Monkey.
I see you found the answer.
Yeah, he's like, huh. Apparently this does not work for lots of bunkers. Now the Nexus goes down, but it's a little bit delayed here. Definitely think the Nexus first is just better. Because you don't really need the robotics. If it's for stopping counters, it's not going to help, man. You're dead.
Yeah.
If he does a big attack, and the robotics getting it a little bit earlier than your Nexus isn't going to help you out that much.
Yep. Robotics facility finish up here, and will it be a warp prism? Possibly? No. It's gonna be an observer.
Yeah, and a Templar Archive, so just going straight up Storm. I like this choice. Storm is a great way of holding when you have way less than your opponent, because he's going to have less units when the first time attack comes out here from Monkey. That's just a fact. That's how it's going to be, man. He's invested so much into that blink that really didn't do much. He didn't kill any units off with it. He killed a depot and a bunker and like 2 Marines or something. So his opponent's just going to have more stuff. But the Templar the Storm doesn't really matter, dude. If it's like everything clumps up, 2 Templar can kill an entire army, so it's a great choice.
Yeah, and Ranch, it looks like he might be trying to go for another one, but he has an Observer. Will this be Terran?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really see this working out too well. All the Marines are in the National, but the thing is, what makes Blink so good is you can get out really easily, but in this case, it's just not going to happen, and the Observer goes down right away. He's going to pick up, like, a reactor, and then, you know what? I guess he did get out after killing that reactor for only 1 Stalker, so not the worst thing. But generally, you know, when you do something like this on Cloud Kingdom, you jump into their base in one place, then they chase you, and then you jump out, like, behind their mineral, and you're like, oh, bye.
Yeah.
But there's only one place to go on this map, so if Monkey just leaves some bio units there, you're going to lose a bunch of Stalkers.
Yeah, and hopefully Ranch can be able to do more than just Blink, as Storm is on the way, Charge also on the way, and the Forges down for Ranch as well.
I don't know. It's like he needs 2 to catch up a little bit, because his opponent's already started +1 attack, and he needs an advantage somewhere, but he can't afford to. He's just not going to have the gas off 2 bases to go Templar, plus, you know, getting Charge and Storm and Observers, plus double Forge upgrades. That's a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, it really is, and it just shows when you try going for Blink all in on Daybreak.
Yeah.
Maybe want to reconsider.
Yeah, you know what? We just did it last night, though. I think that's probably what he watched. He's like,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm going to try it. 3 Templars warped in now. +1 armor's on the way. I definitely think that's a great choice. I see a lot of Protosses in, like, Platinum Diamond. They're like, I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? They're getting attack for this composition, which is probably less useful than shields. Just because the Zealots don't really need that much damage. Templar don't benefit in the slightest from attack upgrades, so you definitely don't want those. Just anything that lets your Zealots live longer is so nice.
Yeah. And now Monkey going to be pushing across the map here. He's looking like he'll be doing probably quite a bit of damage. He is up by 30 supply, and now with the Ghost Academy on the way as well, he's really going to be able, even if he doesn't do a lot of direct damage, he'll be much farther ahead than he already is.
Yeah, there's a lot of Templar, though. What is that? 6 Templar, and I think all of them have Storm. No, 2 of them do not have enough for Storms, but some of the other ones almost have enough for 2 Storms. So he's definitely got quite a few in his hands here. 5 or 4, it looks like. Soon to be a lot more. And as well, these Stalkers, he still's got them, and they've got Blinks, so they can do some good micro. They can pick off medevacs and stuff like that and jump out. Yeah, I think if he micros perfectly and his opponent kind of messes up a bit, he can definitely do some damage here. I don't know why he's attacking, though. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, but we do have to remember Storm is finished. The Templars, they have enough energy for about 1 Storm each.
Yeah. Ooh, needs to blink that Stalker away. Loses 2 Stalkers for free. That's rough.
Yeah, that is not good. Ranchy's trying to find his position here. The Templar lagging behind because they're slow.
Yeah.
And, like, really slow. That is why you see holograms behind them where they walk.
Listen, can you float while you run? No, neither can they. So one Storm goes down there, hits the bio units a little bit. Feedbacks go down on the medevacs. They don't have enough energy for it really to be a huge amount of damage. And now all the Zealots are dead. The buffer is gone. You gotta kind of move back here, man.
Yep.
All those bio units are very red, though.
Yeah, and with this next round of Zealots, Ranch might try. No, probably should wait for a few more Zealots, but looks like he's gonna go in for it again. The Storms do go down. Don't hit quite a bit.
Yeah. They're solid. They got some SCV kills and stuff like that, but now there's no more Storms, no more gateway units to really buffer there, and he kind of has to run away. This is every single Templar. All that lived was Stalkers. 5 of them.
And now Ranch is going to be expanding behind this. How do you feel about this?
I think that it is a mistake, because this is not how StarCraft is played. We talked about this last game. You don't do a big attack while you're expanding. This is why. You lose all your units, and then they come and kill you. Although it worked out last game.
It's just like, oh, this is not how this works. But it did work that one time, but it doesn't matter.
He was actually way behind after that, and he kind of like crushed his opponent through different means afterwards while coming back into the game. So my point still stands. Shouldn't be doing this, guys.
And now there's going to be a drop coming into the main from Monkey here. The Observer did see it as it was on patrol. Stalkers are coming in. There is a cannon here already, but with some Marauders that can... do a lot.
Yeah, you definitely need to get those Blink Stalkers in back on him. He might take out... Okay, he's going to go for the Pylons first, the Zealous charge in, and all the units lift off. I thought he might go for the support bay, because it's kind of in a vulnerable position here. Just, generally you don't want to put it right there, right when they can drop on you, but with this observer here, it's kind of like, hey, listen, you should drop here, and then you have, like, 2 Templar waiting to storm/feedback everything, and, like, 4 Stalkers to finish everything off, but didn't quite have those units in position, only had 1 cannon, which wasn't quite enough to kill it.
Yeah. Right now, Monkey looks like he's going to be going for another drop here in the main while sending some bio units over towards the third. The pylon going to be getting targeted down for the robotics facility. Going to be supply blocking wrench, but the Colossus will still be continued to be made. The Marauder's going to kite away.
I think it's just going to focus down the Nexus in the third.
Yeah.
Yes, looks like the unit's just not moving. Blue stuff is on the way. The Nexus is about to go down. And you know what? This is okay. Generally, when you trade units for a Nexus, I don't like it. But he traded so little for it that it's like completely fine. And the units in the main are still alive. Monkey's still up 152 to supply to 118. So it's not like he threw away too much of his army. And the robotics support is about to go down because it wasn't in that vulnerable position.
Yeah, and right now, Ranch going to be losing a lot of mining time here as all the probes having to be pulled from his main base. The main Nexus is not getting targeted down. It looks like all the pylons going to get targeted first. The Nexus still not getting targeted down. Now going to be targeted down.
Yeah, I'd rather he went for the pylons. It's just like more easily killed, but in this case, the Nexus isn't a bad choice as fluxRanch decided to do a big counterattack instead. Let's look at what Monkey has though. Sitting here, he's got only 3 Vikings. He's got a couple Ghosts out, up to 4 now, but they have a lot of energy and just a bunch of bio with really nice upgrades here. 2-1 to his opponents, 0-2.
Yep, and the Nexus in the main did go down. Ranch going to be pushing in here. The Command Center will get lift. The bio trying to go down. Nice storms on a lot of the bio. You can hear the Ghosts dying with their...
They have sickest death sounds ever, but looks like it wasn't quite enough. All those Medivacs are about to die. There's only 1 left now. The Colossus, the last one dies. There's still a bunch of bio units left over here, and they're kind of chasing after these Stalkers. I bet, you know what? Money placed right now. Those are the same 5 Stalkers that lived in the last one. Those Stalkers are just like the guys who manipulate everyone, and as soon as the battle's about to go bad, they run away, and they're like, haha, I've survived once again. Badass.
If only there was a thing that showed right above the kill count that said how long it was alive for.
Yeah, that'd be funny. It'd be funny. I wonder how long... Those Stalkers have been alive for a long time. They were part of the original Blink All-In. Yes, this game started with a Blink All-In.
Yeah, and now we're at 3 bases versus 3 bases in a PvT.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd. We've had some really nice storms there, but wasn't quite enough. Those bio-units are still really red, actually.
Yeah, the Medivacs, they got tons of feedbacks in every single battle, so they haven't really gotten time to re-get their energy and actually heal stuff.
Yeah, with these last 2 that finished there, healing those bio units up quite a bit more. fluxRanch looks like he wants to take a 4th right now, which is ballsy as hell, man.
Yeah. And right now, Ranch, he's only on 0-3 +3 armor, just getting his +1 ground weapons, while Monkey getting his 3-3, getting +1 ship weapons as well.
Yeah, and this is not HOTS, it's not ship weapons and ship armor, thank God. But, you know, ship weapons are still really important in this matchup when you're going versus a Colossus player. Now Monkey decides he wants to move out. He's got a 173 supply, everything, to his opponent's 134. I don't know, man. This is going to be so hard to hold. There are no Colossus. These Vikings aren't particularly useful. Nice bring forward from those Stalkers. Oh my God, is one going to die? No.
No, it gets away.
No problem. The Stalkers are so badass.
Yeah, and now Monkey, a nice EMP does go off. A lot of shield damage was taken, and now Monkey going to be pushing into the 3rd. It looks like the Nexus is going to go down, kind of waiting for the Colossus, but they're going to be coming a bit late to the party. Ranch trying to push in, but not successful.
Yeah, and you know, +3 attack is finished now for Monkey. He's got +3 armor halfway down as well as his ship weapons, so he's got a good upgrade lead, man. He's got a 1 right now. It's about to be 2. 2 upgrade advantage, which is pretty big in this matchup. Protoss generally needs to be ahead to be okay, or at least even. Probes are in fluxRanch's army right now, taking out those rocks, man. Those probes hate rocks. not a commonly known fact.
Yeah, and there are some of the latest and greatest military grade probes in that army right now.
Indeed, they are, man. They are not lagging behind at all. We got this army moving out here. It's gonna be going for the third of Monkey. I don't know how this is gonna go though. There's a lot of good storms on these Templar. Sorry, there's a lot of storms available on the Templar. They're gonna have to be really nice. Now we might have the engagement. Oh wow, really nice EMP there. A good storm in response, but that can be microed out of pretty quickly. And wow, some really nice storms because those body units are taking so much damage.
Yeah, and now fluxRanch, he's pushing and there's not a lot left. All the probes are dead for Wrench right now, and with just 3 Immortals, a Stalker, and an Archon, and now my computer just jumped up by about 100 FPS because there is so few units on the map.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like lagging mine for that fight. Now there's just 3 Immortals, an Archon, and 1 Templar that's completely out of energy left to fight against Marauders and Medivacs. This is probably not going to go so well for the Protoss here. This one Archon's really all this doing super lots of damage, as well as 2 Immortals, I guess, but I feel like with these rallies, Monkey's got this. He's actually going to plus CVs too.
Yeah, Monkey, he's got this anyways, to be honest, because Wrench only has 3 probes left on the map, isn't really droning, he has, or not droning, probing.
You know what? They've actually got equal army supply. So, as funny as this is, fluxRanch actually has a chance here if Monkey's supply, or Monkey's micro is a little bit off. He's killing all these zealots really well. He's get any of these units dead, as long as he kills Immortals or the Archon.
That's what happens.
Yeah, they all die.
So Wrench, with not a lot left, probably can't get much done. Monkey just has the economy that Wrench does not.
Yeah, he's making all these units.
GG.
GG. Well played there by Monkey. A really long game. These players are actually quite even.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Anyway, sorry, I was reading a message there. We are going to put the music on right for a second here. It won't take too long, and then we'll be back with game number 3. Shard. Alright guys, we are back here with game 3 of this series. Tied 1-1 between Monkey and fluxRanch. And apparently, Monkey is from the clan, Bonsai Gaming, which does not have BG as its tag. It is actually Bang, so that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Not not the obvious one. So what do you think's gonna happen here, man? We're on Antigua.
Yep.
I mean, Protoss picked this map after doing a blink all in. Do you think it's going to be some more blink all in?
Yes, I really do. Antigua Shipyard.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but this map, a lot of blink happens on this.
Yeah. You know, it's called Antigua Shipyard because it's Terran, and this is where they dock their ships. This map is good for Terran guys. Like, you want to be Terran on this map, so I really feel like there's going to be some kind of early game. Or if not, you know, maybe mid-game play here. He could... He says, I'll take 5-year-old off your back. Absolutely not! Our 5-year-old. You can't have it, but... generally you want to do some kind of like 2, maybe you can go to 3 bases on this map, but that's pretty much it. The only Protoss I see do that like a lot is Rain.
We didn't intro the players yet, did we?
Yeah, we're just, right now, the bottom right corner, the pink Protoss. fluxRanch. That cool little dealio for his thing.
And over on the top left corner, we have the blue Terran from Bonsai Gaming. It is Bang Monkey.
Are you okay there? Don't,
Not after he told us the teammates name, man. I just
that one was too good. So we got Gateway on the way here as well as gas for Mr. Ranch. Still looks pretty normal though. Can't really tell if he's actually going to go for that all-in or not.
I forgot I had blink mid-game last game.
Guess he's not got a very good memory.
That is not
Forgetting stuff, not always fun. So I actually want to say, I don't think fluxRanch is going to go for that blink all-in again. He's trying to be like, oh yeah, I did that blink all-in and it didn't work. Well, I'm going to pick a map that's really good for it, and then I'm going to not do it. What? Yeah, man. Do you expect it?
Yeah, that actually might happen because I know a lot of Koreans, they do the same sort of thing. They do the same thing twice, and then in game 3, they just do something where it's the exact same thing that they probably should do, but then they decide to not do because of mind games.
They'll pick a map that's really good for what they've been doing and then do something completely different. Gotta love it, man. And I really feel like that's what's gonna happen here. Maybe he's just gonna be like, maybe he thinks I'm gonna do that. He's like double mind gaming. But at that point, it's like, dude, just no.
It's just like too many mind games.
Too
you
many.
Can only play one game at a time.
No. Only one allowed.
Yeah. If we don't see a blink all-in, we might be seeing some Warprism play. That is just pretty good on this map.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if he's actually gonna mine from this gas. He might not. Might be going super crazy. Gonna have to check. No, yeah, he is gonna mine from it, so... He's got 2 harvests on it only, though, so not got 3 quite yet. Never mind, now he's got 3.
Yeah. So right now, Monkey gonna be dropping down his second barracks, gonna be dropping down the third, and Stargate.
Yeah, alright, this is, Void Ray all-in?
Void Rays. Yes.
Yeah, Stargate openings aren't very good, unless you do some kind of all-in in Liberty. No, they're good, like those Void Ray all-ins that Genius did forever and a day. Oops, sorry about that. Those Void Ray all-ins Genius did, apparently, my roommate's gonna be home in 10 minutes, but, you know, they were pretty good back in the day. They're not done as much anymore because they've kind of fallen out of style, just in that everyone is like, oh, okay, Genius, you're going to do this every game to me. It's not going to work anymore, buddy. But it was also figured out quite a bit. You just need bunkers and stem, and it's just like over.
Yeah. Right now, though, Ranch, his Stargate is finished over to the right of Monkey's main, and it will be Void Rays.
Yep.
And
yeah,
that's going to be awesome.
Especially with the proxy Stargate, it's pretty much, it's going to be Void Rays.
Void Rays are fun.
Yeah, dude, they charge up on stuff. Pretty good.
On the top of a Void Rays, do you like that in Heart of the Swarm it's a clicky instead of just automatic?
Yeah, I do actually. I'll tell you exactly why in a moment. I always feel like stuff like charge that autocast is just really not good game design. It takes skill out of the game. So void races aren't as good as they were. Kind of, they've been nerfed quite a bit, but now with that an ability that's actually you have to decide when you want to use it. Some of the Medevac thing, it would be stupid if it's like, oh, the Medevac got hit and then it just flies away. No, that'd be silly. But with this, you decide when to use it, and if you use it wrongly, you're gonna get screwed over. So I like that better than just charging out.
You know what I have noticed though is that what you can do is, even though it's a clicky now, you just, instead of just going A move, you go shift click E A move. So that way you only need it during fights anyways.
Yeah, for sure. I actually haven't played with that at all. I was like, mortars are stupid, I don't want to use those units. I have been going Stargates, but I've been generally just sticking to Tempest Carrier and then going into Templar, because I still feel like that's the best composition in Wall, we're gonna call it. But it's just really weird to get to. Like, Carrier Templar is super good. Like, if they're meching, you can do it, but other than that, you can't get there.
Alright, so while we were talking about what we do for Stargate plays in Heart of the Swarm, currently Ranch has 2 Void Rays that did quite a bit of damage in the main base of Monkey.
Yeah.
Also has his gateway units going into the front of the natural now as well.
Yeah, this is a pretty big deal, man. I don't know, Monkey seems to be in a bad spot already, and the Void Rays don't even use how they usually are. In the main, though, 1 goes down. That's a pretty big deal. Stim is about to finish as well, so these Marines can stim and run under the Void Rays. They'll do a lot more damage. Excuse me there.
Yeah. And Monkey, he's probably just really confused seeing Void Rays.
Yeah, he's like, what? This isn't HOTS.
Yeah. He's just like, what are these things that shoot this big laser at my stuff? I've never seen them before.
What it says is called them Flying Chandeliers of Doom.
Yep, and
pretty much it, man.
Yeah. Ranch, he's doing a lot of damage with this right now. This Tupac is doing a good job.
I think this game is over, man. These voters are just never gonna die. They're gonna kill everything.
How many workers killed? 15 workers killed. GG.